That was a 1050 for 14 miles down. So that's like, or 11 miles, 11.4. I see it in my head. I'm not jumbling the numbers. But 11.4 times 2, that's 22.8. I don't know what that number is off the I'm not gonna act like I got my math going on with this shit. But I'm assuming that that's less than the 1050 they were offering. Me, if they offer me an order, let's say at 11.4, if it's not at least $12, I'm not even gonna consider it. Why? Because it's not technically worth it. Because you gotta ask yourself, can I support myself off $12 an hour? So if I don't get another decent order within that hour, is that $12 going to make me feel like I'm covered? Now, if you accepting 12, 15, 17, sure. But if you're accepting these $2 and this $3, a lot of these places, you have to have a list of places that you can't go to because a lot of places are so fucking slow. So then you're supposed to be taking all these slow ass orders. So that means you got to go Taco Bell, Wendy's, all the slow places. How much money you really make at Rocket? No, I mean, seriously, think about this shit. If a Top Dasher is taking that $2.50 order from slow ass Wendy's, that means that person probably stood there, got a big ass bag of shit, and they stood there for like 25 minutes to get that bag of shit. And then it's like, so how much money you made when you dropped that shit off? $2.50. Oh, they didn't even put a hidden tip in it? No, you ain't get shit? Nigga. No. Hell no. Then you just basically, we are wasting our time. And the people that the customers actually read the form. The customers that care, they read the Reddit. And they know that DoorDash pays us literal pennies. And it's like 56 cents. There's some pennies in that equation. Think about it. They couldn't even think, we're going to be decent about it. Let's leave it at 60 cents. Let's make it an even number. No pennies. Boy, you got some pennies in the equation, dog. However you want to do the math, there's some pennies involved. There's at least one penny involved in that shit, dog. What do you mean? So it's just like, why they got a nickel and dime us? It should be $1 a mile across the fucking board. They should be giving us $1 a mile to worry about our car. We should be able to make at least $1 a mile front and back. I try to make sure that the whatever the bid is, it covers as much of the mileage as I can get it to. Why? Because I think about my car. I'm not even thinking about myself. I don't even exist in this equation. I know a lot of people out here that are making better money than me. They are not just worried about their car. They're worried about rent, this, and that. Nope. DoorDash literally is the means to deal with this. That's it. I don't need it for nothing else. I gotta use other means to cover other shit. Cause that's how much I don't trust DoorDash, dude. Like, why would you put your entire life, like, the person that wanted to do this shit, that can't do this shit now because of the way the app is acting, she's like, so what happened if I'd actually quit my job? I said, from my perspective, I'd have been like, my thought process and response was, you would have quit when I told you to. Oh, you would be in the amount of dashes that I do. They treat people with more dashes a little different than people that don't have a lot. Like, the new people used to get all the bag, but once you are no longer considered a top dasher because you're not new, but you're still new, rip. All right, I'm gonna cut this short because they're actually starting to pick up some orders, and I kind of want to see if I can make some dough so I can be done with this shit. If I get done before my usual time, I'm happy. So, oh wait, that's a Wendy's. We can go a little further because we know we ain't taking no Wendy's. Why would I take a Wendy's on this shit? That's why I can never be a top dasher. You gotta do a Burger King, Taco Bell, Wendy's, all the slow places, because there are some slow places out here that will have you standing there for 15 minutes for one thing. Like, oh, you need burrito? Come back 15 minutes. Huh? 15 minutes for burrito? On a sign. But then you gotta sacrifice your completion rate. And people are getting fired for that. You got to know how to juggle a system. It's another thing I told a new person, like, you kind of don't want to do this unless you actually understand. You want to start, it's like a video game to me. You got to learn all these things so you can get your buffs. So you can get your buffs are basically your peak pay. They don't get your buffs out here. You're going into the battle normal. No peak pay out here. That's why you got to pick and choose what the hell you going after, because you ain't getting no peak pay out here. The only reason they offer peak pay here is to try to get you to go to other areas. That's what that dash upon arrival shit is. Because it's like, don't that shit seem a little suspect? Some of the most deadest areas you can now tell. Because dash upon arrival shows you if you get a full slot, a half slot, a good slot, a bad slot, or what. You can literally see what area is popping, what area is not popping. So it's like, are they just inadvertently trying to fuck over every driver that they can as much as possible? Is that their goal? Because it's like, what made you do that? I get that you were trying to do something nice, but inadvertently you did something stupid. It lets people see that, hey, this market is popping. This market ain't never got no spots. This market ain't popping. And then the way the DoorDash thing is, you can actually see all the stores in a cluster. So you can tell. But it is what it is, at least from my area. Might be different from other markets. It's like it's a straight snitch now. You have the oversaturation of the market is already happening where it's incentivizing Top Dasher. And it's like, but a lot of these people don't even know how to complete the damn delivery. Why are you bothering? Most of this shit is mindless. I don't understand these. Oh, I got a 69% completion rate. I'm trying to avoid deactivation. Help me get my rate. Well, nigga, just do the fucking pick the shit that works for you and stop being stupid. In 100 deliveries, your shit should be like, mine was down at like 94, went up to 100. Why? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop taking these bullshit ass things where I gotta actually cancel out of the delivery and then it makes the total not even worth it no way. Common sense. Stop taking that shit. Just stop taking that shit. There's no point in Top Dasher unless you gonna go all the fuck out. You might as well have you one of those little Evo cars that get like a bajillion miles per gallon, don't do shit, it can't speed. You ain't gotta worry about no tickets.